welcome back, or welcome if you are brand new here. My name is Kate, and today we're going to be going through an upper body stretch and cool down session. So this one is perfect if you've just finished a workout and you're wanting to stretch out through the upper body and do a proper cool down, or if you're at home working or even working in the office and you're feeling really sore and stiff from being in this position, hunched over our computer all day. It just makes us feel a bit ugh. This is a great one to do to stretch it out, have a little moment of relaxation, and then either get back into it or finish the day and switch off from work mode. All we're going to need today is a nice soft surface underneath you, so whether that's a yoga mat or a bit of carpet. Also, if you can, set yourself up in a spot in your house where it's nice and quiet, and you can use this as a little bit of a relaxation time as well. Now, I've just finished a workout and I've just put an extra layer on. You may even like to have a jumper nearby, because as we work through it, if you have just finished a workout, you'll probably start to cool down. So have those layers handy and you can put them on as we go. Otherwise, this session is a follow along. So all you got to do is follow along with me and we'll work through it together. So let's get into it. Okay, we're going to start with our neck. So you're going to take your head over to one side and then you're going to push your hand down towards the floor. So the hand that's on the opposite side to the direction your head went. So you're going to try and drop that shoulder down and create a bit of active tension. So you're pushing down with that hand, which should help get a nice gentle stretch down the side of your neck. Take a few big deep breaths here. And then we're going to turn our head so we're looking to our shoulder. This should shift the stretch slightly in your neck. And same thing, you can lift that shoulder up and then push it back down towards the floor, getting a little bit more of a stretch when you're pushing down, looking to the shoulder. A few big deep breaths. And then release the tension in that hand, roll your chin to your chest and back up to center, over to the other side. So head over to the side, then pushing that hand down towards the floor. You can also do this one sitting on a chair at your desk, and you can sit on your hand and then take your head away. And by sitting on your hand, you're creating that downward tension. That is a really nice one. I apologize, it is absolutely bucketing down with rain here, so I'm sorry if you're hearing that. But it also might be nice and relaxing for our stretch, so we'll stick at it. And then looking to the shoulder, lift that shoulder up, push it back down towards the floor. A few big deep breaths here. So breathing in, breathing out, and in, and out. Release the hand, roll the chin to your chest, and back up to the center. Just give those shoulders a little roll out. Wow, it's really coming down. I hope it's not creating a really muffling noise for you, and the other way with the shoulders. I'm going to persist because I think it might create a nice effect. We'll see. Alright, let's give the shoulders a little stretch. So you're going to bring one arm across, we're going to stretch through our delts. So opposite arm locks in. Now a lot of people say to me, okay, I don't feel a stretch in this. It's often because we're just relaxed here, we're just hanging in this position. We need to be active in this stretch. So this arm is bracing, and then the arm that's chopping, so the one that's going across, is pushing into that hand. And we're dropping the shoulder down and pushing into this bracing hand to get a stretch. And it should be a gentle stretch through the side of the shoulder here. And relax. Other arm across, locking it in, drop the shoulder down away from your ear, and now pushing into that bracing arm. So you're chopping into that bracing arm. That's it. And coming out, just give them a little shake out. we're going to stretch out our triceps next. So we're going to bring one arm up towards the ceiling, and then we're going to pat out back. So dropping it down. In this position, we want to try not to let our chest pop out. We want to try and keep our chest in and our chin up. And then we're going to bring our other hand on top. I'm just going to bob down so you can see. And we're going to grab a hold of that elbow. Now this is another one where I get a lot of people saying, I don't feel it, I don't feel it. What you need to do to feel it sometimes is this top hand is our bracing hand this time. And we're outwardly pushing with the bent elbow slightly and trying to keep the hand going down towards the shoulder as much as we can so it's not all the way over here. Dropping it down. And we don't want to be yanking on our arm, just very gently pushing against to keep the stretch active. And remember those ribs, tucking them in and chin up. And releasing other side, so other arm, patting yourself on the back. Then you're going to bring the other hand up and over. Now, gently pushing out with this elbow, so you're pulling in with the top hand to create a little bit of resistance. Tuck the ribs in, head up, nice big deep breaths. All right, we're going to come to the end of our mat. We're going to do a few roll downs. So standing at the end of your mat, we're going to bring our chin to our chest, and we're going to imagine, I mean you can even do the first one if you want to against a wall, but you're going to imagine that you're against a wall, and as you peel down towards your toes, you're not able to stick your bottom out to get that action. So we're drawing in through our belly button and we're rolling down. So chin to the chest, belly button in, we're peeling little bit by little bit, trying not to stick our bottom out. You can soften the knees if you need to, and we're just going to hang over our feet. And you can do a few little shakes, gentle shakes of the head, let all the tension fall out of your neck. Let the tension go from the shoulders, just let it all drop down to the floor, and then we're going to roll back up. Slowly, slowly, same thing. Don't stick the bottom out, draw the belly button in, all the way up to standing. We're going to repeat that 2 more times. So dropping the chin to the chest, slowly down, soften the knees if you need to, all the way. Hanging over the legs, have a little shake. You can even go for a gentle swing. Just let the body hang. And then we're going to roll back up to standing. And one more, rolling it down, nice and slow. And just hanging over the legs. If you feel like it, you can gently straighten the knees and get a little bit of hamstring stretch. Up to you. And then walking your hands out, coming onto your hands and your knees. Now we'll just go through some cat shapes, so we're just going to gently sink our tummy to the floor, head looking up, so a happy cat, and then we're going to round through our spine and make an angry cat. Into that happy cat. And angry cat, pushing the floor away. And happy cat. And then we're going to stay with your bottom sticking up in the air. You're just going to walk your hands out in front and you're going to sink your shoulders down towards the floor. So we're getting a nice gentle upper back stretch and through under our armpits and shoulders. So sinking down. You may want to just be flat on your hands, that's totally fine. I like to go up on my fingertips to get a little bit of a stronger stretch. And keeping that bottom up in the air.
your chest away from the floor will give you a bit more of a shoulder stretch. And then if you're a little bit more bendy, placing your chest on the floor will give you a bit more of an upper back stretch. Up to you. If that's too intense, that position, you can also gently do it against the wall. So you're just putting your hands on the wall and then sinking down to give you a little bit of a gentle shoulder stretch. It's up to you. Okay, we're gonna come into our cat shape. We're gonna go for a nice stretch through our lats and the side of our body. So, from our cat shape, if you follow along with the same side as me, it'll make it a bit easier for you. So, let's all walk over towards the left-hand side. So listen to my words rather than watching for this one. To the left-hand side, you're gonna reach your right hand a little bit further in front. Now, you're gonna ground that hand where it is, and it's gonna become your anchor. And you're gonna sit your bottom back towards your heels, and you should get a nice gentle stretch down the side of your body. You may need to adjust, you may have taken your hand too far, you can bring it in a little bit so that you can sit further back onto your heels, and keep that hand anchored to give you a nice stretch down the side of your body. That's it, take a few big deep breaths here. Keep the hand anchored so it doesn't slide in towards you. And then bringing it back up, we're going to walk our hands over to the other side. I'm just going to face you because that will be easier. So I'm going to walk over to the right hand side this time. Left hand's going to go a little bit further in front. I'm going to anchor it onto the floor, and then I'm going to sit back and get a nice stretch down the side of my body. And bringing it back up. Now we're going to bring ourselves down into side lying. You want to bring your knees directly up from your hips and then your toes directly in line with your knees. So you have this nice right angle here with your legs. From here, I'm going to lay and place my bottom hand underneath my head and the top hand on top of my head. From here, I'm going to gently open. This is called book opening. So I'm going to gently open my top elbow and get a nice gentle spinal twist happening. But what we want to be aware of is as we're opening, are our hips sliding back to give us that range? If so, we want to really think about keeping the hips exactly where they are, nice and stacked. And then we're just gently opening as far as we can go while the hips remain stacked. You can take a nice big deep breath at your furthest point. And then closing, we're going to do 5 on each side. So for our second one, we're going to open. Big breath. And close. Number 3, opening, watching to make sure those hips are not sliding. And close. Now 4th one, opening. And close. Last one, gently opening, making sure those knees and hips aren't moving. And big breath. And bringing it back in. You guys can roll over to your other side. I'm going to turn around so that you can still see me clearly. So making just a little checklist in this position. Now you're on your other side, so making sure those knees are in line with the hips. The toes are in line with the knees. Bottom hand under the head, top hand gently on top. And we're going to open, keeping the knees and hips exactly where they are. Nice big breath. And closing. Second one, opening. Big breath. And closing. Number 3. Bring it back. And number 4, opening.
front sliding, gently opening for our 5th hook opening. And then closing. And slowly bring yourself back up. We have been laying down for a little while, so just be careful you're not dizzy. You might like to just come to your knees for a little bit. And that is the end of our nice little relaxing cool down stretch. I hope that's just brought you back to a nice relaxed state and you feel ready to get on with the rest of your day now. Or I actually love doing these stretches before bed because I find it just like calms me. It's a great moment to, it's a great way to switch off. If you're feeling quite wired, it's a nice way to switch off from technology, have a little stretch, get a bit of movement going through your body, but very gently, and then hop in bed and you should feel nice and relaxed, ready to sleep. So you can use it as a post-workout stretch, nice relaxation one before bed. It's also a great one if you are sitting at your desk and getting quite uncomfortable. Now, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you get updated with all the new workouts and things that I'm putting up. I try to upload twice a week with a range of different content, so keep your eyes peeled for a bunch of workouts each week. Now, let me know if you enjoyed this not a workout, this is definitely not a workout. Let me know if you enjoyed this stretch session or if you didn't like it. I'd love to hear your feedback. I'd also like to know if there's any others that you would like. If you like this style of sort of relaxation stretch, let me know if you'd like more flexibility-based stretching routines to improve things like splits and back bends and stuff. Also let me know and I will try and create some videos based on what you guys would like to see. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.